Rome's Pontifical Gregorian University has educated 28 saints and 16 popes. The first Jesuit educational institution, it was founded by St. Ignatius of Loyola himself. Now there are 189 Jesuit universities around the world. In September, a new rector took the reins of the Gregorian University, Father Mark Lewis.
Father, how do you find yourself in this almost new role as a rector of the Gregoriana?
I was the academic vice rector here at the Gregorian for 3 years before I became rector, so I had a chance to learn the system a little bit. But a pontifical university is very different from the universities in the United States where I've been assigned before.
How is it different?
There's a much closer relationship with the papacy. There's a much closer relationship with the religious order that sponsors, in this case, the Society of Jesus. So maybe a little bit more direction from above, but also very, very focused on theology.
The Gregoriana has a great history. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more, and you also as a historian, a little bit more the role of this university, of this Pontifical University for the Church, but maybe for society as a whole also in Europe.
So one of the things that Ignatius wanted was to prepare priests who would be honest and would have integrity in their life that would then become an example to confront the Reformation. And so there was a real sense of creating people who were smart, who knew their theology, but also lived their Christian faith in a way that would be a good example. I don't know that that has changed so much. And in fact, I think in our age, there's a need to have priests who are transparent, who are honest, who live their values and their lives with an integrity that attracts people to the Church.
There are roughly 3,000 students at the Gregorian University, many of whom are priests and seminarians. But while the Gregorian offers many theological courses, it also offers a number of classes in the humanities.
What do you think is the most important, or one of the most important things that people should take away, other than just knowledge, from studying here at the Gregoriana?
I think for me, the most important thing that Jesuit education in general and the university here tries to do is help people to learn how to think and learn how to think critically.
To some people, studying theology is not associated with thinking critically.
And I think that's a misunderstanding of theology. I think there's a distinction between memorizing facts in a sort of catechetical setting and beginning to do theology where you ask the deeper questions and also examine critically the answers. Understanding God is a mystery, so no theological knowledge is going to give us a complete understanding of who God is. So we have to keep coming back to it. We have to keep asking questions, going deeper to understand better what we know about God.
So a lot of the values that are being taught here, of course, remain the same over the ages. At the same time, you also engage in very, let's say, modern or current topics.
We are more and more aware that we live in a global community, in a world where we have to interact with people of different religions, different faiths. And so the challenge is, how do we do dialogue with people who believe differently from us in a way that allows us to move away from violence, move away from misunderstanding, towards finding the things that we hold in common, especially the common values that help us to create a world society.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The Gregorian University is open to all, not only seminarians and those pursuing religious life. It gives its students the opportunity to study the humanities, theology, philosophy, and much more. This year, the Gregorian University will also integrate 2 other Jesuit educational institutions, the Pontifical Biblical Institute and the Pontifical Oriental Institute, expanding the range of its education even further.